Are you tired of the old ways of trying to recruit friends and family to your MLM? Tactics just don't work anymore. Have you wanted to quit and say the heck with this, but something still gives you that burning desire to rock this business? All you needed was the way. This is Network Freaking Marketing Radio.
What's up, guys? How is everybody doing? Welcome to another day on Network Freaking Marketing Radio. Well, today we're going to talk about an interesting topic, me to we. What in the world, Ryan, are you talking about? Me to we. Think about that. Me to we. What does that actually mean? Well, I have been doing... Let's back up. We're all entrepreneurs if you're listening to this podcast or considering becoming one. And through that process, you might notice you become a bit of selfish, narcissistic, and it's normal. Unfortunately, part of entrepreneurism is you have the ability to think outside the box and get other people going on there. So I was going through some issues with our family and stuff like that, and I started doing some self-discovery on why my communication with my wife wasn't as good as it should be. And anybody out there who ever has any type of issue and stuff like that, don't ever turn off the ability to challenge yourself to learn more about what you always should be growing inside, internally, and stuff like that. And through some coaching and talking with a couple other people, I found out that I have some very narcissistic things, which is, people make it like, oh my God, he's a narcissist. No, it's just the way you are. I mean, unfortunately, our vision of seeing the world is what you see through your eyes. You don't know any different unless something is pointed out to you. And my wife kept on saying to me, like, you have the way you talk to me. And I'm like, what do you mean? And we're talking a couple of years she said this. And it became quite an issue in our relationship. And I come to find out it's the tone and my mental process on how I think about things impacts our relationship. And I noticed probably through the first 10 years of our marriage, probably the first 15 years, it was me. I was making all the decisions. I wasn't the one including her first. So through this process, I've come up with a couple of things that I'm implementing on a daily basis. You can't change Rome in a night. Okay, we all know that. It just doesn't work. You can't do that as quick as you'd want to. But I've thought about a couple of things that I want to do. I'm going to put my wife first all the time. And any decision I make, she needs to be the first thing I think about. In almost anything. So it's not me, it's we. Because your significant other is got your back. It's the one person that if your relationship is healthy, anything you can do, you can turn to them for advice, for comfort, for crying, for support in many, many, many different ways. And that's huge. And it should not be taken lightly. So many of us don't understand how important that really is. And when you lose sight of that, and we all do, because there's no excuse, but we all get caught up in our ways, in our lives, in our own objectives. And part of marriage or having a fulfilling relationship is each person coming together to make whatever you do together better. I mean, I firmly believe life is better with someone than without. It's interesting. It takes a lot of discipline to be able to talk about that. You got to have patience with each other. Intimacy will grow, your love will grow. You own your own business. Whether your spouse is in your business with you or not with you, they should at least respect your dreams and challenges. Don't give up yourself. I would never say that. Don't give up on your dreams, but figure out a way to merge your dreams with the other person's. Because if you can do that, you can create some really magical harmony. I started asking for an opinion. My wife is not used to me asking her opinion now. It's kind of interesting. I ask her opinion on quite a few things. And, I really want to start working together because now it's not me, it's we. So I challenge you, if you're not in a perfect relationship, or if your relationship could use a little work, to adopt the idea and the mental notion that every decision you make is not based on me, it's based on we. And if you do have a form of narcissism, like I do, you subconsciously probably don't even realize. Let me back up and say this right. You probably make decisions thinking that they're right for the family. Your 6 inches between your dome gives you the idea that you're doing right because you're putting your thoughts first. But in reality, it looks like to others that you're selfish. And it's very hard to communicate that to where other people understand, because I don't think there's people out there that have kids that are decent, normal human beings that don't, in their eyes, are trying to do the right thing. Unfortunately, we're misunderstood, is the way I would put it. And we have to adapt to the norm of people understanding us and including others in our thoughts, because we jump to the thing so quick. Entrepreneurs are so fast at what we do. That's why we're nimble. That's why we're in this industry, because we love the juice. We love helping others. That's why I'm talking to you about this right now, because this very topic, someone out there is going to relate to what I'm talking about. Someone is maybe in crisis. Someone might be having a hard time in their relationship. We all go through it. It's a part of life. Why hide? Let's be real and put all this out on the table to where we all can grow together. One of the best things about a podcast is you can reflect back at what you're talking and thinking about and be like, man, a lot of times you'll do a podcast, at least me, and I won't exactly remember what I was talking about because I had such a focused train of thought at that time. But being able to record what we're doing and seeing it come back is it powerful. If you love someone, you got to learn to love them their way. And formulating every decision you make with we, not me. It's pretty powerful, isn't it? I went through a couple days on coaching on that one, because what really threw me for a loop is I always thought I had that idea, or at least in my mind, I saw it that way. The decisions what I was making were the best ones for the family at that time. But in hindsight, I wasn't communicating right. I was not doing a good job of letting my spouse, what's the right word? I wasn't including her in everything. I wasn't taking her perspective on how this would be interpreted, because I'm so ADHD and banging my head against the wall, running multiple companies, trying to provide for a family of 5 that I lost sight of something. And I really did. And, I wish there was a way we could go back in time and say, hey, I can fix this. But there's really not. All you can do is say, hey, from this point forward, I'm adopting new things. Wife first, children second, God third. Now, some of you would be like, you got to put God first. And it's hard for me right now. Maybe in time that'll change. But with the way I'm wired and work right now, that's kind of how I am. Your wife should come before your kids. I do believe that, because if you guys can't communicate, it just trickles down. And I've seen the effects both ways. I come from a divorced family, and it sucks. People give up way too soon these days. They need to learn to communicate the right way. Communication is such a big factor in relationships and it's so easily fixed, but it's so tough. Man, it is tough. It's hard. It's hard to change. It's hard to get out there and really say, I'm doing this to better myself, to better my family. How many of you have done real self-discovery? Like, taken a step back and looked and examined your life. Are you where you want to be? One of the greatest things about network marketing is your network should have one of the greatest self-development programs in the world. The very fact that you're listening to this podcast shows me that you are eager to grow yourself and become better. So I hope this helps you in your endeavor of building a strong network marketing business. Remember, you can do it. It's not me, it's we. And you can have a tremendous amount of fun working with your wife or your husband. Well, if you like what we're talking about on the show, head over to ryanpannell.com or networkfreakingmarketing.com. I have a great free book we're giving away right now. It's by Brian Carruthers, How I Made My First 10 Million. It's a PDF version of that, and it is awesome. I mean, it's a great, great little 15-minute read. Get your mindset right and all that good kind of stuff. So, guys, remember, it's not me, it's we. And maybe that'll help you. If someone finds some information from that help, ping me on Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever. So I'm on everything, so you can find me, Ryan Pannell. It's not that hard. And let me know if this episode helped you. Or put it in the comments on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, whatever the heck it's called now. Because this one came from the heart, and I hope it helped you. All right, guys, have a great day.
Hey guys, it's Ryan here from Network Freaking Marketing Radio. If you like what we're doing, head over to iTunes and give us a like.